The case of Elisa Lam remains one of the most chilling and perplexing mysteries in modern history. Elisa Lam, a 21-year-old Canadian student, traveled to Los Angeles in January 2013. She checked into the infamous Cecil Hotel, a place with a dark and disturbing history of suicides, murders, and connections to serial killers. Elisa was a college student with an active online presence, frequently posting on social media about her journey, emotions, and struggles with mental health. However, no one could have predicted the bizarre and tragic turn her trip would take. On January 31st, 2013, Elisa Lam was last seen alive. She was scheduled to check out of the Cecil Hotel that day, but she never left. When her parents failed to hear from her, they reported her missing, prompting an investigation by the LAPD. Flyers with her photo were distributed throughout the city, and police searched the hotel, including her room and common areas, but found nothing unusual. Days passed, and there was still no sign of Elisa. Then, on February 13th, hotel staff released surveillance footage from one of the hotel's elevators. What they saw was beyond disturbing. In the footage, Elisa appears to be behaving strangely. She enters the elevator and presses multiple buttons, yet the doors do not close. She peeks out nervously, looking down the hallway as if she is being followed. Then, she moves in and out of the elevator, making erratic hand gestures as if she is talking to someone unseen. At one point, she steps outside, disappears from view, and the elevator doors finally close. This video, eerie and unsettling, went viral and sparked countless theories about what happened to her. Some believed she was hiding from an attacker. Others speculated that she was experiencing a psychotic episode. Some even suggested supernatural forces were at play, given the Cecil Hotel's reputation for being haunted. For nearly 3 weeks, there were no answers. But guests at the Cecil Hotel started complaining about low water pressure, an unusual taste in the water, and a dark, murky color. On February 19th, a maintenance worker climbed to the rooftop to check the hotel's water tanks. What he found was horrifying. Floating inside one of the massive tanks was the body of Elisa Lam. Her clothes were missing, her personal belongings were found nearby, and the lid of the water tank was open. The discovery sent shockwaves across the nation. How did she get there? The rooftop was secured with locked doors and an alarm system. The water tank was difficult to access, with heavy lids that would be challenging to open alone. There were no obvious signs of foul play, yet her death was ruled an accidental drowning. Theories flooded the internet. Some believed Elisa was murdered, possibly by someone working at the hotel who had access to restricted areas. Others claimed she was possessed or influenced by dark forces, citing the hotel's sinister past. Many pointed out the eerie similarities between her case and the plot of a 2005 horror film, Dark Water, in which a young girl drowns in a water tank on top of a haunted building. Another bizarre connection was the fact that a tuberculosis outbreak occurred in the area shortly after her death, and the test for the disease was named the LAMELISA test, adding another eerie layer to the mystery. Medical examiners found no evidence of drugs or alcohol in her system, and while Elisa had a history of bipolar disorder, it remained unclear how she could have accessed the tank alone. Her family insisted that while she struggled with mental health issues, she had never exhibited suicidal tendencies. The case was officially closed, but to this day, many questions remain unanswered. The Cecil Hotel has since been rebranded, but its dark reputation lingers. Some say the spirits of those who died there still roam its halls, including Elisa Lam. Was this simply a tragic accident, or is there something far more sinister at play? The mystery of Elisa Lam continues to haunt those who dare to seek the truth. The unanswered questions surrounding Elisa's death have led many to revisit the case over the years. Online communities, true crime enthusiasts, and paranormal investigators have all tried to piece together the fragments of this unsettling puzzle. Some claim that the elevator footage is evidence of supernatural interference, noting how Elisa's movements and expressions suggest an unseen presence manipulating her actions. Others argue that the footage was edited or tampered with, raising suspicions of a larger conspiracy at play. Further investigation into the Cecil Hotel's past reveals an unsettling pattern of death and violence. Since its opening in 1924, the hotel has been home to numerous suicides, disappearances, and even serial killers. The most infamous of these residents was Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, who committed a series of brutal murders while staying at the hotel in the 1980s. Another notorious resident,